So these egg bites are highly inspired by Starbucks. It is the Starbucks spinach egg bite. So this is the chicken quesadilla. I will say I need to make it more loaded. So this is our dinner. This is the shrimp Alfredo pasta.
Rick James, bitch. Party like I'm Rick James, bitch. Ride.
Hello babes, welcome to my kitchen. Today I have a different video for you. I have a meal prep video. I have been talking about doing one of these videos and the day has come. So let's get into it. So don't forget to check out my what I eat in a day, high protein, high fiber video. So this will all make sense. Also, I'm a little bit hungry, so before we get to this video, I need a snack. We're just gonna have clementine, and I usually have these like every day, and yeah, it's one fruit that's always in my fridge, and I keep it in the fridge. I don't know if I said that. Wasn't recording. So I have some chicken breast here that has some seasoning on it. I love to do my chicken breast a little bit different. I like to boil it first and then do a little bit of fry after. I love my chicken breast to be very juicy and very tender. I hate like when the chicken breast is dry, because you know when you put it in the microwave to heat it up, it kind of cooks it again. I don't want that. So we're gonna do it this way. And then I also have some shrimps over here that has seasoning on it. So also seasoning your meat the night before or early morning before your meal prep also helps. It makes it taste delicious. These are for cupcakes, but I use them specifically for egg bites. You can pop them in the oven and they're perfectly fine. I did get them at Dollarama, the dollar store here in Canada, and if you are in the US, I'm pretty sure you can find them at your local dollar store or Dollar General, whatever you guys have. So this is what we're gonna use. I also have turkey bacon. I told you guys before, I love the other bacon, like regular bacon that you can get from like any breakfast diner, or the bacon that you had growing up. But I don't know, turkey bacon is a little bit better for you health-wise. And then I am going to use, I'm gonna chop up this red onion, and then I am also going to put some cheese in there just to hold it all together. I did mention to you guys I do have a dairy sensitivity, but we're gonna try to work something out, because I really want my egg bites. And then of course we have the eggs. I forgot to mention the spinach, okay? And a life hack that I also use to keep it fresh and makes it last longer is put a paper towel in here to absorb the moisture. I don't know, it lasts a little bit longer when I do it that way. So we're eventually gonna add a paper towel to it before we put it back in the fridge. Okay, so hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing. So what I'm going to do is just take a cup, and then we have the egg. So you're going to crack the egg, and then you're going to just put it right in the silicone cup. Okay, so here is the fun part. We have our toppings. So we have some spinach. We have the turkey bacon. This is literally one strip of turkey bacon, which is 30 calories. And then we have the onions, because sometimes I love onions in my eggs. We also have the shredded cheese, which is going to go on the top. And then for toppings or seasonings, I don't use salt. I think I told you guys that I don't really cook with salt. I haven't been for a very long time, because I find there's already salt in certain seasonings, so I don't really need to overdo it. So we're gonna we're going to do just black pepper, and then sometimes I like to add everything bagel seasoning. Okay, this is just an example. Even though I didn't add like refined raw salt, this has sea salt in it. It clearly says sea salt right there, so that's what I mean. Let's start off with the toppings. So we're going to do onions, and then the bacon, and you could use a fork and kind of like push it down so it's like even. And then we also have the spinach, which is delicious. We are going to now add the shredded cheese now that our toppings are in there. We're going to add the shredded cheese mostly at the top, kind of like to hold the egg together. You can make this recipe without the cheese. I just want to say that. You could use cottage cheese. You can do it without the cheese, but it is a little bit different. Instead of being more fluffy, it is a little bit more like tiny. So the cheese does make a difference. We're going to add our salt there, and maybe just a dash of the everything bagel seasoning at the top, and that's pretty much it for the egg bite. So what I am going to do is add it to this bacon tray, and then we're going to put the bacon tray in the oven. My ex-vegan boss taught me this when I told him that I was making egg bites, and he said to add water. It makes it better, like moist. And honestly, adding water to it at the bottom of like the bacon pan or in the oven, it does make a difference. So what we're gonna do right now is do the other ones. Okay, so this is what they look like. Cute, right? So right now we are going to add some water inside of the bacon tray and then pop them in the oven. Honestly, about 10 to 15 minutes. I just eyeball shit. Excuse me. I eyeball it. And also, meal prepping on Sundays helps you so much. Remember how I said in my last vlog, like life sometimes, and I get a little bit sick and my immune system is compromised. When you have meals prepared, that's gonna save you as well. But sometimes your body, like when I had the stomach bug, I could not eat anything with seasoning. I only could have plain pasta. I had rice, but the rice had a little bit of seasoning in it. Couldn't have that. So sometimes it's a little bit different. So the water has been added and the oven is almost ready, and next, there we go. Alexa, set a timer for 10 minutes. Okay, so now we are moving on to the next thing. We can do multiple things at once. So we're moving on to the chicken. I told you guys I want to lightly boil it before I like fry it down. I don't know if I'm going to put it in the air fryer yet or just use a tiny bit of oil. On your fitness journey, try to avoid fried food. Try to avoid it. But I think I should put it in the air fryer. Let's see what I do. And then for the shrimp Alfredo, I have this sauce. I don't know if I should use regular pasta or bow tie pasta. I just want to break the rules and do things a little bit different. So maybe we'll use the bow tie. This pot brings back so much memories. Like, I can't even tell you. Okay, so a few years ago, I had ended a long-term relationship and I had like moved out. I moved in Ajax, but I was just renting a room, and then I decided to do something else and like rent a bigger space. This was the first pot I bought from Winners, and this pot girl, I was using 1 month just one pot for everything. So I would wait for the rice to cook, wait for the chicken, wait for everything to cook. I had one pot, and then eventually I added the black frying pan. Like, this is such like a full circle moment for me, and you just never know what people are going through. And yeah, you never know what people are going through, and I'm proud of my journey and my story. Like, I don't ever want to take life for granted. I love the fact that I still have a pot that reminded me of the struggle was real. The struggle was real, and I made it work. No matter what environment I'm in, I'm always going to make it work. I'm not gonna give in and just, you know. So yeah, memory lane. Let's fill her up with water. This is our chicken. Wait for the water to boil. You can actually add more seasoning to the actual water for more flavor. And then we also have the shrimp over here. We're gonna get to the shrimp in a minute, but I also want to start on the pasta. Okay, so let's boil some water for the pasta. It is 1:37 and I am hungry. It is lunchtime and I need to eat because I am taking medicine, because remember I told you guys in my last vlog this side of my face was swollen. Thank God the swelling went down, and I felt terrible about that, by the way. So I am on antibiotics, and I do know with this medication you have to eat. And because I was out pretty much the entire day yesterday, I forgot to take it at lunch, so I only took 2. But today we're gonna stay on track and take 3. So let me eat something and then take my medicine, and then we'll get back to cooking. So right now I'm just boiling some water and then the other water for the chicken. So let's multitask and let's eat, shall we? Oh, I should probably tell you guys what I'm eating. So I'm having leftovers. This is what I had meal prepped, and I put it in the freezer. The freezer is my best friend. I will put anything in the freezer if it could freeze. Actually had this with rice. This is shredded chicken, shredded jerk chicken. I had it with rice, but I'm all out of the rice. So yeah. So we need to eat this up. I don't want it to waste. So let's heat that up. 2 minutes. I'll probably eat that by itself, or have it in a wrap, or have it with spinach. I don't know. And then we're gonna have it with some sparkling water. This pot behind here is clearly ready. So what I'm going to do is put the chicken breast in there to get a little boiling session. And then we're gonna obviously cut it up once we like decide if we're gonna fry it or air fry it. Oil fry or air fry. So we're just going to let this do its thing for 5 minutes. This is the bow tie pasta that I'm going to use. And we have a measuring cup. I told you guys I have a food scale, but we're not really counting calories right now. Maybe closer to the summer. So this is 1 cup. 2 cups. I think we're gonna do just like 2.5. Also, this is not a full week of meal prep because this is a short work week. It is a long weekend. A long weekend coming up in Canada, the Easter weekend. So yeah, we're just gonna let it boil. I'm not going to add anything to the actual pasta. As for my actual lunch, I'm just gonna put this in a wrap. I'm gonna put it in a wrap. Wraps are also something that I always have because I love eating tuna wraps. You guys know that if you checked out my what I eat in a day. So we're just gonna put it in the wrap. Okay, so this is my actual lunch. I have a wrap. I told you guys that was shredded jerk chicken. Let me tell you, to me it's salty because I got the, hey Alexa, stop alarm. Why did I put the alarm for the chicken? Oh, so I got the jerk chicken like powdered seasoning, not the real deal, and it does have salt. So anyways, I say all of that to say this is my actual lunch. I'll probably have 2 wraps, not just one, okay? Let's be real. And sparkling water. I told you guys in my what I eat in a day that I like this flavor, and I bought it again. It is 0 calories. Realistic this is, because this shredded jerk chicken is something that I prepared for last week, but I ended up freezing it because I made a lot. So yeah. I just want to say, if you don't enjoy your own company, then who will? Chicken is done, so we're just going to put it back in here. You see how juicy that looks? Okay, we're gonna put it back in there. This is like a 10-step process, bitch. You got so much time. So these egg bites are highly inspired by Starbucks. It is the Starbucks spinach egg bite, and also my stepmom used to make these. 10 out of 10. She put corned beef in hers once, and it was like Frego. So you can actually play around with it. So for me personally, I will need to meal prep more egg bites because 1 is not sufficient enough for me. 2 is good enough. You can actually pair it with like half a toast. You can, you know, cut it in half and put it in a wrap. But for me, I just feel like I'm just gonna eat the 2 egg bites and add fruits to my breakfast. And we're going to kind of eyeball this. This is the tomato Alfredo sauce. It does have dairy, so it's probably gonna be a shitty week for me. So I'm just gonna put that in there. I'm gonna use half. I am queen of stretching stuff. I never tried this before. I just bought it blindly. Okay, it's good. We have our bow tie pasta right here, and we are just going to add this to the sauce and mix it. Oh my god, it looks so delicious. So this is our dinner. This is the shrimp Alfredo pasta with spinach added, and honestly I just know this is gonna be so delicious. Like, I tasted one of the shrimps and 10 out of 10. I love this. I decided to shred the chicken up instead, and we're gonna put some buffalo sauce on this. So let's, sorry you guys can't see my face, but I decided to shred the chicken. these wraps because the bigger wraps that I got from Walmart yesterday, which you would have seen in the vlog, they are frozen. So we're just gonna use up these ones. So, for the wrap, we're going to add some cheese. We're going to add some onions. You could actually add your own topping, but I just feel like this is okay for me right now. You're gonna need a lot of cheese, by the way. Like, we're adding some spinach in here. We're going to add more cheese on the top. Honestly, adding the buffalo sauce was just perfect because it is a little bit spicy and it adds like the perfect kick, the perfect flavor. So we're going to add the cheese and then that's it. You could add a plate on top. Let me show you guys. I washed this obviously. Hold on, let me dry it. Okay, so this is the chicken quesadilla. I will say I need to make it more loaded, but I am gonna have this tomorrow, so I don't want when I put it in the microwave it's loaded. And also I have a bunch of stuff that I want to add on the side, like the sour cream. I could add so much more on the side. I just have to bring it all in different containers. But yeah, like I said, adding the buffalo sauce was like the perfect touch, and it just adds a little pizzazz to it. And don't forget, this is kind of like, okay, so you guys will be packing my lunch bag for tomorrow with me, just to see like how it all looks in the end. So let's pack my lunch bag. So let's start with the most obvious tools that you'll need is a fork and a spoon, always at the front. I told you guys that I have fruits almost every day, so this is kind of like what I eat. Apples and grapes. This is just the perfect end of the day snack for me. At work when my shift is coming to an end and I just need to pick me up. This is like the perfect sweets. So always we have the quesadilla. I'll probably put them in the toaster oven tomorrow, but I also have the 2 egg bites that I will have with either like half of a bagel or just honestly on its own. So these are the 2 egg bites. So let's put it all together. So we have lunch. I have breakfast and then a snack. This is what I'm going to have with my lunch. This is just sparkling water. And then I also have some sour cream here. Put this in a to-go container just so that you guys have a better idea. This will be for dinner, so that is 3. And then you can obviously have a snack in between, so you can honestly, it just depends. I could do a banana as a snack, like more fruits, or I could just like have a snack when I get home. But this is usually okay. This is pretty much it for me. So those are the meals that also, I told you guys I clean as I go along, so this is pretty much the results. It makes it go by faster. Let me know if you think that meal prepping is hard or you think it's easy. Also, I'm pretty sure there will be some people in the comments saying like this is not healthy. To each its own. I find that, and after speaking with a nutritionist at the beginning of my weight loss journey, I did explain to her when I have carbs in the morning, it kind of like opens up my appetite, and I ended up eating more. And I was advised not to cut out carbs because eventually when you eat, you will overeat. So she said, we are going to limit the amount of carbs. Instead of cutting it out, instead of having like a whole bagel, have half of a bagel, which is kind of like what I was saying to you guys. I might have half of a bagel with the egg bites. So for me, I followed that rule and it works. Carbs are okay. You can go. I want to do this with you guys. If you guys go back to my videos from like 2 years ago, you know that I was doing turmeric shots, and honestly, that was when my immune system was like really good. So I kind of want to do that, but just in a different way. And also my doctor did advise me this weekend that I need to take vitamin D. So my immune system has been severely compromised because I'm sick at least twice a month or once every other month. And it's also because I work in a certain environment that is prone to sickness constantly. So I'm gonna make this. I'm gonna blend it all together, and whenever I'm craving something sweet, this will be it. Or if I want juice, this is it. So I'm gonna do the breakdown of what I have in here. So I have some apples. These are my favorite apples. These are the gala apples. I have a lemon, and then I also have ginger. Ginger is really good for you. Do your own research, but it's amazing. Not only that, I can make ginger tea with this. I'm just only sad that I didn't pick up the turmeric. So we're gonna blend these and we're gonna make juice, and we're gonna put it in a tub, and we're gonna have it throughout the week. Oh, and also I did have some grapes that were about to go bad, and by bad, like super soft. They were turning into like raisins essentially. So instead of letting it go bad, I don't eat soft grapes. I like my grapes hard. We're just gonna blend it up in there. No rules over here. So this is what I will be putting the juice in. This is from Dollarama. I believe this was either like $3 or $5, and it is perfect. I don't even have to take it out the fridge. I'll put it at the edge and just open it, and it will just like flow into the cup. This is like the first batch. I use a strainer for this, and you just kind of so ideally this is how I would have it, probably in a to-go cup or a reusable cup, but this will be in the fridge. So this is what it looks like. Let's try it. I love it. I love it. You know why? The apple in it makes it sweet, not like overly sweet. Like, it tastes like something that I had at a it tastes like something that I had before as a child, like ginger beer. It's definitely refreshing too. I'm happy, and I will be making this forever. Of course, I can add stuff to it, but overall I'm happy. If you try this, let me know. Also, ginger is strong, so not everyone will, how can I say this? Ginger is strong, so not everyone's stomach is able to tolerate ginger. Okay babes, that brings us to the end of our video. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. Let me know in the comment section down below if you tried any of these recipes, or even if you have a similar recipe. Let me know in the comment section down below, and as always, I will catch you guys in my next video. Give me 4 of these. Bitch, I'm tired.